No mai haere mai mā loilele, welcome to 3 News. The struggle to save Los Angeles from the worst wildfires ever visited on the city still seems like a one-sided fight. 120 square kilometres, an area larger than Hamilton,
Random
of both
reviews.
scrubland and prime real estate No mai haere mai mā loilele, welcome to 3 News. The struggle to save Los Angeles from the worst wildfires ever visited on the city still seems like a one-sided fight. 120 square kilometres, an area larger than Hamilton, of both scrubland and prime real estate has been incinerated, turning affluent neighbourhoods into landscapes of ash and charred ruins. CBS is reporting that 9,000 structures have been lost. The Palisades, Eaton and Hearst fires are still raging, while a new blaze called the Kenneth Fire has sprung up in San Fernando Valley. And incredibly, only 7 people have been confirmed dead, thanks to mandatory evacuation orders affecting 180,000 people. Senior reporter Juliet Speedy has more.
The road into Pacific Palisades in the aftermath of the wildfire, a shocking journey through destruction. And it soon becomes clear this fire is still consuming homes and businesses all along Sunset Boulevard. The scenes here show that the mandatory evacuation orders saved hundreds, if not thousands, of lives. And from the air, the scale of the tragedy becomes starker still. Entire neighbourhoods lost to the flames. Under-resourced firefighters working in strong winds around the clock.
Look,
we're running out of water. This is the worst one for me. Worst one I've ever seen.
Not even water, them there over the people. My prayers and thoughts.
This resident has briefly returned to see the scale of the disaster.
In less than 24 hours, the neighborhood gone, leveled, disappeared.
I was in tears with my, still choked up with my daughter right now. It's, you know, it's a lot of hard work building a business and seeing this.
Tell the people.
It's tough.
Allegedly, them says not only the elites them get burned out. Allegedly, them say also.
For residents daring to go back just to glimpse what they have lost, the emotion is overwhelming. One of the most desirable places to live in America, now a hellscape.
Them white boat people.
It's like Armageddon. When you can see the flames coming up over the houses and you're just getting out of the driveway and
this is Mother Nature, natural disaster.
I'm surprised all of us got out of
Almighty does
a mailbox with no house to serve, a child's toy, and the abandoned remains of an attempt to load up a car. Nature has had the upper hand in the City of Angels. The infamous Santa Ana winds gale force at times, changing direction with a fiery trail of destruction.
It's extremely difficult to predict. It's extremely difficult to contain.
That's pretty much like a hurricane, except instead of rain, we had fire.
It is safe to say that the Palisades fire is one of the most destructive natural disasters in the history of Los Angeles.
A new fire gained traction last night, this time in the Hollywood Hills. The places where you'd come to dream: Sunset, Hollywood Boulevard, Mulholland Drive, names synonymous with the movie industry that is LA's bread and butter. It's many of those who've reached the top whose homes have now burned to the ground. Jamie Lee Curtis was appearing on a TV show in New York.
This is literally where I live, everything. The market I shop in, the schools my kids go to, friends. Many friends now have lost their homes.
Spencer Pratt, a star of the reality TV show The Hills, looked on as the flames approached his house, later filming what was left of his road.
Whatever we have in life.
And Paris Hilton wrote, sitting with my family watching my home burn on live TV is something no one should ever have to experience. There are also hundreds of Kiwis living in LA, like football ferns Captain Ali Riley. who lost her home, posting that her entire neighbourhood is gone and that this rubble was her home and she was there with her parents.
The air above Los Angeles County is just filled with smoke still as crews battle multiple deadly wildfires, including some that have been burning for 3 days straight. At least 10 people have been killed and more than 10,000 structures destroyed. As of Friday evening, more than 300,000 people are under an evacuation order or warning. Now, the two massive fires, the Palisades fire near Malibu and the Eaton fire near Pasadena, they're still burning. The crews have started to make some progress containing the spread of those destructive flames. Fire officials are also responding to 3 other dangerous fires there, including the Kenneth fire. That sparked Thursday and exploded to around 1,000 acres. Meantime, city officials are coming under intense, increasing public scrutiny over the response to these fires, and that includes an evacuation alert that was accidentally sent out to all Los Angeles County residents on Thursday when it was only meant for people with homes near the Kenneth fire. CBS News' Jonathan Vigliotti asked Mayor Karen Bass what she can do now to earn back the public's trust.
I want the residents of Los Angeles region to have faith in what we are doing 24 hours a day. That is our #1 job, to protect people's homes, to protect people's businesses, and to prepare to rebuild Los Angeles in a much better way. We're going to stand united. We're going to stand together. And we are not going to allow politics to interfere. And we're not going to allow people to divide us for political gain.
CBS News correspondent Tom Hansen continues his on-the-ground coverage. As you see on your screens, he joins us from Altadena. Now, Tom, I know that you've been bearing the conditions, speaking to people who've been evacuated and lost their homes. Bring us up to speed on some of the stories you've been hearing today.
Yeah, well, Errol, I can first and foremost say that after being around these areas for 2 days, seeing block after block after block of all of the destruction, it never ceases to leave me stunned when I'm going around these areas. You know, we've spoken to people who are growing frustrated. They are scared. You know, they see such a long road ahead of them as they look to what's next. They're not even really focusing on recovering. They're still focusing on the scope of the problem, just how much damage has been caused to their homes, and also what, if anything, they have left. And to give you an example of this, we're standing in front of what appears to be an apartment complex based on these 2 fireplaces that you can see. The only thing left standing are these brick columns. Everything else unrecognizable, indistinguishable, just a pile of debris, glass, nails, soot, you name it. In fact, it's incredibly disorienting to be around this area. The only thing we can see as a point of reference are the mountains over there, which on the other side, there still burns the fire. And so you can see a plume of smoke even happening as we speak. There are still hot spots. Now, one of the things that's so fickle about these flames is you want to take a look over here. You can see a row of buildings, one of which has highly flammable wooden shingles, would easily combust if an ember touched it, relatively untouched. Now the question shifts to, for the people who are lucky enough to not have damage to their buildings, the question is, what are they going to return home to? And what we do know is that local authorities are now saying that they are letting residents in this area back in for a one-time shot to retrieve any precious belongings, any important documentation that they may have left behind. But I can tell you, from what I've seen on the ground, there are many, many more scenes that are exactly like this than the alternative, which is standing buildings. And so it's just a really tragic and shocking scene on the ground here, Errol.
And I think capping all of that, Tom, is the reality that the fires are not yet contained. What is the latest on their continued spread?
Oh my gosh, the fires just keep on popping up here and there, hot spots popping up here and there, and there is little to no containment in any of these areas. We are not looking at, you know, a 50%.
As me say again, people, thank you for tuning in to the J. Kanye's Random Reviews. Do remember to subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment, and big up on yourself. Anyone there watch this right now in the world. So, you don't know, birthday greetings and shout out goes to Punchy, Ball, Kiki, and the whole works. Better.